Hey everybody, I'm Mike and thanks for checking out the channel. Today we're going to do a video that's going to be an update on a video that I kind of did talking about AI and things like AI voice. I used AI Voice Studio and there's Suno. There's different things out there that I've seen out there. And my initial impression of it was that it is bad. And I still kind of feel that way, but I wanted to do an example of something to show you where maybe it could be beneficial that I don't think crosses a line, and I'm not sure if it crosses a line or not, but something I used it for that I think was kind of something that might be okay, and I can still change it and use something else, an actual vocalist on it, but I want to talk about what I did with AI to show you what I did. So recently, I had written this song called Only You. I did it the good old-fashioned way. Had an acoustic guitar, started playing it. It was just a simple song in G, D, A, B. Wrote the music. If you watch my channel, I record everything, do all my own music, do everything. But I can't sing. So one thing I can't do is I can't sing. I mean, there's a lot I can't do, but I can't sing well. So what I did was I discovered one thing in the AI kits or the Suno that actually can be beneficial, and that's altering a voice. And it's such a touchy subject, but this is where I feel like it might be okay in a sense, is I'm not a full-on recording artist. I'm a songwriter. So for me to create demos and create things, I'll usually have to hire a singer off Fiverr. And, with Fiverr, you're really kind of hoping because they don't give revisions that they get exactly right what you're looking for. So in Suno, I was able to take my song, take my music, import it into Suno, then take my lyrics that I wrote, put it into Suno, sing my melody, and that was pretty awful, but give it the idea of how I want my melody to go exactly, follow that, and then I was able to take that and have it alter a voice onto my song. So, from my perspective, as not trying to release this as a full-on, it's going to be a hit song, it's something that's a demo version as a songwriter and something I'd like to release out to people, a song that I wrote, it has an AI voice on it. And it's such a touchy subject for me because I could go back and hire a singer to do it. You go to Fiverr, but a lot of them now are to do a song or $200-300, so it's difficult to do. Where you could find something like Suno, where you are still using your melody, your lyrics, everything. The song is written by you. As if you were a songwriter and you took this song, shipped it out to some artist and said, hey, record this song. This is my song. It's kind of what you're getting back. Now, I'm going to play a snippet of this song, and I'm going to talk where Suno is very dangerous that I don't like. And let's just hear a little bit of this song. So this is the song that I wrote, my melody, my music, everything in here, and this is what we got from Suno.
I never thought I could find the one. Wandered this world in search of someone, and one look in your eyes, my heart was done. For you turned my world inside out and showed me what true love is all about. In my world of wrongs, you're the one thing that's right. When you're not here, there's a hole in my life. There's so many things I try so hard to hide. I want to show you how I feel, but I keep it inside. You're the sun in my day, the moon in my night. You're the inspiration for every song that I write. One thing's for certain, I know this is true. In a world full of people, I need only you.
All right, so there we go. That is my song, my chord progression, my music, my recording, and it does clean up your recording a little bit, which gives it that mixing mastering effect, which is really kind of cool. And then it added a vocalist over it. Now the vocalist, I'm going to say where I felt it was okay, it was not stealing anybody else's melody. This was my melody. If you hear my demo, which I wish I had on here, I sing it exactly like that. That's how, not that well, but I used that exact way with in a world full of wrongs, I'm the one thing that's right. I'm the one thing. In a world full of wrongs, you're the one thing that's right. Where I do that kind of whole thing. And this was a way for me to record it without having to go through all the steps of finding a singer, hoping they do it properly. I was able to do a whole bunch of different checks and balances on it and get out something that I was happy with. I still feel like, no matter what you say, I still feel like it sounds like an AI voice. I could tell the difference, and a couple people, when I put it out there, were like, did you put an AI filter on that? And I was definitely in front. I was like, yes, there is an AI filter over my voice singing that melody. You know, you can type in the words and stuff to make sure it gets the words correctly. So I did that. So I'm going to show you Suno right here. Let's take this back to the reaction screen, this off, this on right here. And this is Suno, and this allows you to like come in here and put different things in, and you can see like by using different ones create, you can actually bring in the lyrics and the new ones and the styles you want. If you do advanced options, which is what here, you're bringing in, and you're able to bring in different kinds of the audio persona. If you got to go into 3.5 to do this, but you can bring in your own audio, your own lyrics, everything, and you're writing your own song. It's just kind of cleaning up and making your own song a little bit better. And I had other players play on this song for me. So, as I said, everything in the song is me. I wrote the song. I perform the parts in there. The music that's in there is actually me playing it, just a little bit more mastered through Suno. But it's still that touchy subject that it's AI. Now, when I released it, I was conflicted because every other song that I have on here that I do is not using AI at all. No generated voice. Everything's I sent to Fiverr, and Fiverr ended up having a singer actually sing it. But nowadays, you could be sending it to Fiverr, and the people may be using an AI voice generated. So this is where I think things like Suno can be dangerous. Suno has the ability that if you just go in there, you could write me a pop ballad song about someone being the most important person in your life, and it will write an entire song in a minute and put it out there. Verse, melody, everything. And it actually does a pretty strong job that I've been fooled by it before as that the whole song. But it's people claiming to be other artists. They're like, look at Jelly Roll sang that song, but it's not Jelly Roll. It's through AI. So where my issue is with that is that you're not creating things. In my song, I feel like the entire essence of the song is me. I wrote that song. I wrote those lyrics for someone that's really special to me. I wrote that music for someone. I did everything. I just used something to help make it better. And it's tough. I don't know how I feel about that. I wanted to try it. My newest song that's coming out is a metal song, so nothing's going to be AI in that. That's just it's just me playing my guitar to everything else. But we've been down this path, like people talking about it for so long that they're like, oh, AI is doing this for you. You're doing AI and now it's coming and it's dangerous. But in the home world of studio recording, that has all changed because there are programs out there called like Superior Drum or Get Good Drums, Easy Piano, stuff like that, where you can write the chord progressions and it will actually perform and play those chords for you. It'll write something for you in your own chord progression. You have to come up with the progression, come up with everything. So you are technically not playing the instrument. You are putting in what you want it to play, the progression, the sound you wanted, and you can make alterations. You can do on the drums. You could put in different parts, and you could adjust parts. I want a snare here. I want a bass drum here. And, back in the day, you used to have to record with a microphone to an amplifier. Now you have plugins that are ready, set, that you don't have to do any EQ, any adjusting. You just put it in and start recording. So it's such a tough area that what I feel, and this is my own perspective, and you could tell me I'm wrong. I I think both answers can be right in this situation. Is I feel like if you're creating the song, if you're writing the melody, if you're writing the lyrics, if you're writing the chord progressions, if you're doing all that, you've taken the time, you've put the effort, you put your soul into writing these lyrics, and doing this melody. I feel like having something generated is kind of like sending the song away to have someone record it for you, getting studio musicians to play. And where I think that could be beneficial for songwriters is, let me just say, like someone like me, I struggle, I go through it. As I show on my hands here, you see these fingers, how bent this is. I have psoriatic arthritis, and it's been a condition that I've been dealing with for a long time. You can see this isn't as bad. This one's fully bent, the finger, and I need to have surgery on these. So playing as clean as I played in the past is not easy. I still do it. I still try it, especially on metal where I'm doing more stuff where it's like more bar chord things. It's really kind of easier. I could do that stuff. But when it comes to a ballad where you're doing clean acoustic stuff, having certain things not being able to finger pick and stuff like that is really, really difficult. So it comes in useful. And, even here I have a MIDI keyboard. You can write string sections, entire orchestration parts on a MIDI keyboard that you're not playing those instruments. You're just using your keyboard. You're coming up with the melody line. So for me, what I feel about this issue is that if you're just typing in, write me a song about love, about a girl named Sarah, and it's writing you a whole song, then I don't like that, because you're not really being creative in your own way. You're not doing anything. And Suno, in its own way, is just stealing from other artists. It's taking melodies of other artists that it scoured through, went through, its AI has learned, and then creating something. Now, you can actually, through it, it's legal right now, you can copyright that yourself, and it becomes your own song, commercial use, and people are putting out albums once every day with like 15 songs on it, and that's crazy. Where my song, I put effort of weeks in of writing that song, of coming up with the melody, doing everything, to have Suno help me adjust it and put a vocal track on it. I had other people produce it and mix and master the music, which was really helpful, so I got a better sounding mix. And nowadays, using Reaper, you can get professional sounding mixes. Just take classes on learning how to record. That's how I get all my other songs. I feel sound in that same quality, and none of those had any AI in them. And in fact, when I'm mastering, when I do stuff, I am using something like Glurison, which is an AI tool that has people built their own presets in there, and it helps me master the song. So I just kind of wanted to give that opinion of where I think AI can be useful. It can be a useful tool for people who are songwriters that are actually creating a melody and creating lyrics and creating a chord structure. I feel like that's not a wrong thing. You're just using something. If I take this song and I send it away to Fiverr to have someone sing it, they're just doing basically what I'm instructing to do and following that. Whereas here, AI is taking someone they paid, a vocalist that put down tracks that can be looped and used, and putting their vocal track on my song. And it still does sound processed. And but it was a way for me to get this song out. I wanted to get this song out. I had been working on it for a while. And I looked at a couple people on Fiverr that I've worked with, and they're just like really like, it was like $200, and they're like, but, no revisions. What you get, I'm going to give you like 4 tracks. You have to take the best from that. So you got to hope that they hit it exactly right. And that made me nervous. So I gave it a shot. I'm really I was so 100% against Suno, and I'm still in a lot of ways because I hate that there's people out there that are putting no effort into it. You know what? Even if you're not a musician and you're a poet, you're a writer, you're someone that's a lyricist that does that, at least write your own lyrics and put them in there. If Suno creates a melody for you and a song for you, I feel like it is still stealing other people's stuff, but it still is your lyrics. Try to create a melody. That's what I'm saying. Try to go in there and sing it yourself, because on here is And I use AI Voice Studio here. Let me see if I can bring up. This is the one that I really use. If you bring this one up, this one has the ability, like as you can see, I have an original vocal track in there that kind of is just
broken scream.
You can hear how awful that is. But when you get this in here and you start doing this,
Hoping this life will finally
that still was rough. But
live in. I'm wandering this world's half dead.
so it mixes and adds and throws stuff in. Whereas with Suno, you can sing the melody in and it just takes each part. You have to kind of fill it in where you want each note to go. And that creates a vocal track for you. So this whole song was produced by me and friends with the music and everything. And Suno was used to create a vocal track. It wasn't used to create a AI vocal track, a non-original. It was used to create a vocal track of a melody I wrote and lyrics I wrote. So, I don't know. It's a touchy subject. It's scary by the fact that it can just write songs so easy. And I'm going to be honest, we've been doing this forever, too, with auto-tune. I could take a track and put it into auto-tune and shift and move things to make it all in key, so I'm not singing that perfectly in key. I'm just altering it digitally to make it there. So if you ever do want to use this as a way that you're doing your own song, here's what I'm going to recommend that you do. I am an awful singer, as you heard in that track. I am a bad singer to a point. And, okay, I'm not that bad. But what you can do with it is what I'm going to say is if you're going to do it, when you record the track, you'll notice if you don't know how to do full breaths or knew how to do vocal warm-ups and you have a voice crack and things like this, because it will pick up those voice cracks. To get a perfect recording, what I would recommend for you is to sing each line individually. Do like 3 tracks where you're doing the first line, then the second line on one, the third line. So each track, you can always get that one line in perfect key. Try to get everything in key to make it easier for you there on Suno. And with our AI kits on Suno, once you get that melody and you get the notes in and you get how you want it sung with the inflections and you get all the lyrics to make sure it gets the lyrics properly, it'll do a really great job at putting a voice on there. Once again, let's just I really think this is a pretty strong presentation to how it does. If you hear, let's go past the solo.
You're the one thing that's right. When you're not here, there's a hole
So you
in my
can hear
life.
the digital
There's
mix.
so many things I try so hard to hide. I won't show you how I feel, but I keep it inside. You're the sun in my day, the moon in my night. You're the inspiration for every song that I write. One thing's for certain.
Yeah, let me tell you, the girl I wrote that for is a friggin' just killer. She's amazing. But yeah, it was a way to help, and I had someone help me with this. I didn't know how to use Suno properly and do this. I had a producer friend that showed me that uses it that said, hey, here's how you take your vocal track, your melody, and how you alter it. So I can't make a great video on how to do that in Suno. There's a whole bunch of people that will give you amazing instructions on how to do that, especially with the new stuff or with AI kits. And it's really pretty cool for creating vocal harmonies. My thing is, try to be creative. Try to do it. Don't just give it a prompt command and say, write me a ballad. Write me a ballad about Jennifer. I mean, you're not creating things. You're losing all that touch of actually being creative. Part of my enjoyment is writing music, writing vocals. I love our lyrics, and then writing the melody for them. It's so important to me to have that creative outlet. This was a way for me to do the song, put an AI vocal track. Now, the final version, because I probably will do an album and stuff, The final version, as I've been torn on, I probably am going to send to a vocalist that I know on Fiverr and have him record it, because I do feel like this sounds a little bit digital. So in that way, it'll be 100% in non-AI song. It'll just be with actual people doing everything. And this had actual people, everyone playing instruments. It's the voice that was AI, but the melody and the lyrics were mine. So I've said that a million times. I want to get your opinion on Suno, because a lot of people really get mad about it. And I understand that. I hate the commercials for Suno where they show someone who altered their voice singing like Alice in Chains. And they're like, the person's crying and they're like, listening to my voice through Suno as it did Alice in Chains and it did my own cover, which, if you ever catch that commercial for the Alice in Chains one, the guy crying on there is full of shit, because that's not him. That is actually, God, I can't think of the band from Sweden, but their cover of the song Wood, and they're just using that version of it, and not very cool, not very cool. If you're going, look what I did, I'm under no misconceptions that that is my voice. I mean, you can work as hard as you can to make your voice better, but you just can't become a brilliant singer unless you have some natural ability. So, as always, music makes life better. Thanks for checking out the song. I got so many positive things about the lyrics in the song and the melody, and I just wanted it to be and show you how I did this song using AI in a way that it helped me be creative. And the whole thing is me still having to be creative and not having it be creative for me. So, you guys are amazing. Thanks for checking out the channel. Please like and subscribe. As I said, the next song you will get to hear a difference. It's going to be, obviously, all recorded by a band and all recorded with vocals and regular song, but I'm thinking about taking one that would be pretty interesting. I have a song on here called My Universe that I did with, I did the piano part, I play the piano part, and even doing that, I have a bigger keyboard. That's still chopped up. I'm not a perfect piano player. I play a part, then I dub over and do the second part. I don't play 100% clean. If I had to play it live, I could, but it would be sloppy. And this song that's right here, if I went out to play this live, I could play this 100% live. The singer wouldn't sound exactly like this, but I could play it. I know the melody. I know the chords. I know everything else about it. So, all right. I will see you guys all in the next video. As I was saying, I will go back to the song My Universe with Tom Mortal. I'm thinking about just putting it in AI, the lyrics, and seeing what it creates, and then doing a comparison video to show you what I recorded and what Suno would have done with it. So, I will see you all in the next video. Have an amazing night. Bye. We will stop this somehow. Just